Okay, I have no words to describe Stone County Ironworks, where I am right now in Mountain View, Arkansas. Andy Baker is one of the co-owners here. Some of the most gorgeous furniture and fixtures I've ever seen. Andy, tell me about Stone County Ironworks. When did this start?
Stone County Ironworks is about 35 years old, and it was started back in the late 70s here in Stone County by a gentleman that actually learned blacksmithing at the Folk Center. So if you haven't been to the Folk Center, they have a craft village, a lot of different booths and setups there where people will do leatherworking and wood carving and pottery. And David learned blacksmithing there and started making a few things and eventually started going to some trade shows, and it just blew up and eventually became Stone County Ironworks. And so now we have over 1,200 items in our published portfolio, plus a massive custom business as well. And we play in a lot of different categories, you know, bar stools and chairs, seating, tables, lighting, chandeliers, lamps, home accessories, anything that you can imagine for the home, we make out of beautiful hand-forged iron.
And it is absolutely gorgeous. Talk about, there's one bed in particular, and you're proud of all of them, I understand. It's like picking your favorite child, but which bed are we going to talk about now that's really ornate and beautiful?
There's a bed that we do. We introduced it a couple of years ago, and it's called the Enchanted Forest bed. And so a lot of what we do is inspired by nature. Oftentimes as one of the designers, I'll find myself looking at things in nature, the way that a tree grows out of the earth and the branches kind of come out, and the way the leaves are fixed on the branches. And so we find that replicating those things in nature in iron just makes for some really beautiful pieces, and the Enchanted Forest bed is inspired by that. And if you can imagine a canopy bed with 4 posts coming up in the corners and then branches that gently swoop towards the center of the bed, all with small twigs and leaves coming off of them. And then in the center of the bed hangs a willow type light fixture with small incandescent bulbs that come out, and when it's dark in the room, those little bulbs just cast a glow over the bed that's really, it's just magical.
It's just dreamy, and you actually will get in there yourself and make a prototype. And there's one particular lamp with a beautiful pine cone. Now tell me the process in getting that done.
As a left-right brain person, I'm very creative, but I'm also very practical, so I have an engineering side as well. So I'll imagine something, a new product, and then have to figure out a way to make it. So often, you know, designers kind of get stuck in the design phase, and when there's really no way to create their product because it has to be marketable at a price that you can sell it. And so the pine, the lamp that you're talking about, that's part of the Great American Lodge line, has a massive pine cone, something that we've never done before. And so I'd imagine in my head just this overwhelming size and dimension to the parts, and had an idea in my head of how to make it. And so, you know, I went out into the plant one day and started gathering parts and pieces and cutting and forging and welding, and ended up with this amazing, beautiful, big pine cone on the lamp. It really makes the piece.
So you figured it out, and your artisans can then make it and duplicate this, but they are all one of a kind. And these people are from here. This is their passion. This is what they do. They're making a career. How many people are working on this craft at any given time?
We have a couple of different types of artisans. We have folks that get to a level we call a master blacksmith, and so they've been doing it for a number of years. It takes at least 5 years of doing that trade over and over again every day, and learning to get to that level where you can actually take a product, whether it's custom or from our portfolio, and know exactly how to make it. A lot of our pieces require, you know, the eye of an artisan while you're making it. So whether it's the placement of a leaf or the contour or the curl of a scroll to make the piece look just right, a lot of that is left to the artisan, which makes it unique. So to get to that level, you know, you've got to be doing it for about five years. And we have about 10 master blacksmiths, and then about 12 to 15 other blacksmiths that will help them do that every single day.
And you sell these all over the world, and for good reason. If you come to Mountain View, you need to check this out because you can go upstairs, downstairs, literally get lost in here. Besides coming to Mountain View, which you should do, how can people find you on the web?
www.stonecountyironworks.com. We just launched a brand new website that looks amazing. You'll be greeted by a video on the homepage that shows this beautiful slow motion work of forging, and so you can kind of get a glimpse into what we do every single day.
Beautiful stuff. Andy Baker, thank you so much. Stone County Ironworks, put it on your list. You got to see it.
For a home that fits, choose Pitts.
Pitts Homes.
Own a deck, driveway, or privacy fence? Never seal your wood or concrete again. That's right, never seal again. Seal Smart is applied to a clean, wet surface. It penetrates inches into the surface. Look, this baking soda has an alkaline level similar to wood or concrete. Now watch what happens. The sealant reacts, fills the pores inside the wood or concrete, and becomes a solid. That's right, it becomes a solid, giving you a surface that never has to be sealed again. Call now for a free estimate, 417-719-7133.